Hello all my wonderful Coldplay friends out there. In this video, I have a ton of things to go over, but just a quick note before we get started, I am running a contest to win $50 worth of an Amazon gift card, and all you have to do to enter is pre-save my new song, which is linked in the description below, and you don't have to worry about being in the States. It'll be $50 worth of whatever your currency is. Now, if you like this content and love to hear updates on everything Coldplay, be sure to subscribe to the channel, but without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so just yesterday, as of when I'm recording this, in Budapest on MUSiC tour, Coldplay performed the soon-to-be-released Feels Like I'm Falling in Love for the very first time. So with this being said, we have heard the entire song being performed live, but keep in mind this was a live performance and it could be a little bit different than the final studio version. And I don't want to give any spoilers away for those who are waiting till it's officially released, so I'll keep my thoughts pretty vague, but overall I really do like this one. It goes along with this like love over hate message that Coldplay is all about, and I think it does a really good job of overall dynamics. Like the verses are pretty soft, but the choruses are very exciting. The only thing that kind of felt weird to me, and I don't know if anyone else experienced this, was that the chorus is really similar to Higher Power. Like the chorus for Higher Power goes, "You've got boom, a higher power," and Feels Like I'm Falling in Love goes, "Feels like bum, I'm falling in love." And I don't know if that was intentional or not, and maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but regardless, I think it is a very catchy chorus. And just remember that we don't have to wait very long to hear the official version of this, the studio recorded version, because it's coming out this Friday. Alright, so now moving on to some things that happened just today, as of when I'm recording this, on the morning of June 17th. Today, we got the official album announcement. And honestly, there is just so much to unpack about this. First of all, it's going to be released on October 4th, and that date falls perfectly in line with their September and October break from tour, which gives them time to promote the album and go on some late night shows and whatnot. Not to mention, this is also Dakota Johnson's birthday, which is kind of cool. And this also means we're getting another October album. And the other two albums that we got in October were Milo Zoloto and MUSiC of the Sphere. So it has some pretty good company. Also, there will be 10 tracks on MUSiC, and here is the official artwork for it. And honestly, I just love this album cover. It is a real-life image taken from the photographer Matias Alonso Ravelli. And I'll be sure to include a link to that image in the description below, right to that Instagram page. But yeah, I like this artwork even more than the image that we got for Feels Like I'm Falling in Love. I think it's just beautiful. And another cool surprise that I wanted to mention about this album is that there is a notebook version of it that looks like this. And this notebook version is really cool because of what it comes with. It includes a replica of Chris's studio notebook with sketches and notes in it that's 28 pages long. It includes phone recordings and demos and moon goggles. Now, personally, I think this is the one to get if you're interested in anything that has to do with the songwriting process, or for the fact that, like we saw in the Everyday Life booklet, there could be things in that booklet that hint towards future endeavors. So yeah, that's definitely going to be on my priority list of things that I'd like from this album release. But speaking of the Everyday Life booklet, I also really wanted to talk about FFTF. We have been talking about FFTF2024 for so long now, but just a summary of the history of this phrase in that Everyday Life booklet. On the same exact page that we saw the prediction for MUSiC of the Spheres, there was also a license plate number that read FFTF2024. And my friends, I am just so excited to say that it appears that we finally know what this means. If you go to the MUSiC album on Apple Music, there's an 11th track that says, "A Film for the Future - Trailer. FFTF, a film for the future." And it's really cool because you don't need to have an Apple Music subscription to preview this, but the trailer itself shows a bunch of scenes from around the world, including shots of fish, a snake, and pretty much just everyday life stuff. No pun intended. And I'll include a link in the description below just so you can see that for yourself. But I guess the only unclear thing about this is if this film is going to be released this year in 2024 to complete the FFTF 2024 prophecy. I mean, it's possible they just needed some more time with it, so they snuck this trailer in to have something to show in 2024. But regardless, it doesn't bother me in any way. I'm just excited that they have this film project in the works. Now, I don't know if you remember, but we've touched on this topic before because Coldplay said that they wanted to release this film project somewhere in the mix of their last few albums. So it appears this is what they're talking about, but I for sure want to know your thoughts in the comments. Like, do you think this is going to be part of MUSiC or maybe the next album after? Or do you think this is even going to be released this year? But yeah, just let me know again in the comments below. And I just had a few more things I wanted to mention. Of course, we got new merch. Now this includes a limited signed copy of the album, and of course that notebook version, which I think, like I said, is the one to get. But another thing I wanted to mention is that on their website, it shows that these CDs and records are like eco-friendly. Instead of saying just vinyl or CD, it says eco CD or eco record. So I just thought that was very thoughtful and very on brand for Coldplay, and I just really appreciated that. And now just the last thing I wanted to toss off to you guys, a question that I have for you is that everywhere that you see the branding for this album, it has a lowercase I. Everywhere from the emails to in the shop, and just all the branding is with this lowercase I. So I just wanted to ask you what you thought the significance of this was. To me, I almost wonder if it's alluding to the fact that the I is not any more valuable or significant than you, which goes with Coldplay's philosophy of we are all one and we are not each more important in any way, but we're all just the same. But that, my friends, is everything I wanted to share with you today. Again, don't forget about that pre-save contest. This is the last week to enter, and it's super easy to do, and not a lot of people are doing it, so your odds are pretty good. And if you'd like to be in the know about everything Coldplay, definitely subscribe to this channel, and if you made it this far and liked this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. But thank you so very much for watching to the end here. I appreciate you and can't wait to see you again in the next video. Until then, peace.